I think one of the key reasons we all oppose Trump, among many, is just like he's a chaos agent. Who knows what's going to happen? Like, America is actually great right now. Like, why blow up the status quo? In some ways, obviously, we could make continued incremental improvements, but just like, yeah, chaos is not necessarily a good thing. But yeah, so I think predicting what's going to happen in the Trump administration without considering sort of insane things going to happen makes him seem sort of more normal than he is. We've already touched on Taiwan, and of course, if China invades Taiwan, that hurts semiconductors. Are there other scenarios you can imagine where having Trump as president and this continued improvement of AI causes some weird problem or benefit?
Yeah, I mean, I think we should talk about what the world would look like under Trump if we achieve AGI in the next couple of years. Maybe that's an early time frame, but that seems like what Sam Altman is often.
Well, you know, some of these people think AGI will solve democracy, so maybe we can get rid of Trump early. We plug it in the computer. It's like
why do we need democracy if
or
we have
just
AGI?
You know, it's like solves all these optimization. I'm joking. I honestly don't believe that. And Dario at Anthropic wrote like a review of how he thinks like AGI could move us forward, and I think he was also skeptical that democracy would be one. But yeah,
Sam Altman recently said on an interview that he expects us to kind of, you know, just blow by the AGI sort of goalpost, and then society not to change that much. Similar to maybe how we don't feel like society changed that much by passing the Turing test. So maybe it just is irrelevant, but it could be pretty interesting if that's not the case, and AGI totally upends society in some ways. Max already mentioned the kind of job loss scenarios. Is there anywhere else that we might see AGI like completely change American society?
What about AGI, you know, what about AI mayors and AI governors and sort of AI actually taking positions of power in our government, right? I mean, like, I think that there's some candidate in I forget, in Texas or somewhere else, who said he's going to like put every decision that he has to do as mayor through ChatGPT. Like, are we going to see that become a more meaningful part of the actual functioning of American government, that like decisions are being filtered through AGI or AI agents are carrying out administrative roles? Like, I think that's plausible.
Possible. One thing I think I would flag though is if Trump, whoever happens to be president, if there is this big inflection point in AI, while we, you know, fantasize about downsides, could actually be beloved. You know, it's like, oh, if all of a sudden we're making way more progress on healthcare without spending government money, all of a sudden we have, you know, these improvements, things are going great. There's a world which, like, especially if his message is like, I'm going to let capitalism run wild and capitalism delivers AGI and AGI actually is good for people, you know, the president, you know, sort of gets to benefit from whatever is happening. And, you know, if there are huge improvements in the next couple of years, it could just sort of boost people's impression of a Trump presidency.
I do think that's possible. I could see maybe, Max, what you're saying. You know, there have been people who have tried to, I think, use ChatGPT as their defense attorneys. At some point, like, does ChatGPT just become better than your average government provided attorney? Maybe then it starts to be an interesting legal question of whether you're allowed to do that or not. It's hard to say whether Trump would be supportive of any of this.